better shut up. Again, it's your girl Veve. Shout out to my organization, Bling Boss Organization, sponsoring this event. I would, you know what? I almost thought about doing this on my page. It would make more sense because that's where like everyone is. But I want to start brand new, start fresh with my loyal people. Not here for the views. I'm more here for the content. This is the first episode ever of It's Veve Live. Your girl VVC, the one and only. But we have a special guest. Well, we're gonna have a special guest every week. But this special guest, this is my girl, my sis. Not only is she the best at her game, she's a very well-known plus-size model. She sells and slays in everything she wears, and every way she walks, and everywhere she goes. She has like the purest heart of gold to ever meet. And I couldn't be even more excited to share this episode to talk about the model industry. Not just really based upon the funds of it, but also the ins and outs. You know, certain things that people ask advice on how to get into it, how does it work, advice on how to start, blah, 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 etc. And without further ado, I'm going to join my girl, Jazz. Jazz, I see you. You join.
Yes! Hi! Oh my goodness. First off, I love you so much because you said nothing but good and nice things about me.
Listen. Honest to God, this episode could not have been done without you. I thank you so much for joining this. And from our viewers, Jazz viewers, if you guys obviously don't know, Jasmine, she's a well-known plus-size model. She entrepreneurs in her own brand, her own style. She could tell you guys in her own words what she's about. Nothing but positivity, nothing but fun from her. She knows how to basically transform. Like when I met Jasmine, it was crazy. I met her Chris's fashion show 2 years ago, right? It was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's been 2 years. And when I first, like, mind you, I had the confidence. But my walk, it needed some cleaning and needed some tweaking. This girl,
not bad, but that's all.
I never said I was bad, but it needed some tweaking. It needed some tweaking.
It's just a little fine-tuning, just a little bit.
Okay, just curve it right here.
Or smidget. Right.
Put it over here, put it over here. But yeah, Jasmine, she is just an amazing person. So it's an honor to have her, you know, in the first episode, the first fun, lighthearted conversation, but just basically just, you know, talk about, I think it was fitting to make model industry as a topic because for one, being that both of us being models, we've got a little taste of what the model industry can consist of and the goods, the bad, the uglies, the ratchet, and etc. So I think this, like, you were like the perfect person to kind of introduce. So, oh my gosh. I don't even know.
I know. Well, so let me just introduce you did an amazing job. My goodness. Thank you so much. I love it. No, I know, seriously, I really do appreciate you and all your kind words. But yeah, it's your girl Jasmine. And I do plus-size modeling. And I'm also a model coach. So I've been coaching models about as long as I've been a model. So yeah, it's like a year off. And yeah, I love it. I love coaching models. I love hosting fashion shows and coordinating fashion shows. So if you need a good model coach, your girl, right here, okay? I will get the models all the way together. Like a person that was just walking on the street, they will have a high fashion walk like that, okay? Because I know how to do that. Heard.
Like y'all saw me walking, so you know this one right here.
Honestly, you could just go to my page, JW Model Coaching. The proof is there. Look through the videos. You can see the model's progress.
There we go. Got it.
I didn't know.
So yep. So if you guys see down there, make sure you follow her page and her model page. You'll see a lot of her content, you know, her coaching and, you know, different tips, advice, etc. Things that, you know, you might want to get advice on. Just a well-rounder if you just want to chat or, you know, talk
and I be giving out some gems, yo. Sometimes I be like, should I even post this? Because, like, I'm giving y'all basically my class. But I don't really care. Honestly, I started doing that before. Like, I started a YouTube page when I started modeling, and I always just wanted to like help other models, because when I started modeling and I was trying to look for all the research, like it was really hard for me. Like I had to really dive deep, especially for plus size modeling. It's different, you know what I mean? So like I had to dive deep. So I wanted it to be a little bit easier for people to like, you know, figure out how to do this, because you know a lot of people want to do it. And so I started YouTube, and then, you know, life and school and all that just came into play. So YouTube was not a thing for me anymore. But I'm on Instagram, and, you know, Instagram is popping. So,
so I know we have done, I don't even know where to begin. We've done countless shows, countless shoots, countless pop-up shoots. And I think in all the experiences I had modeling all together, I think I had one of the most interesting experiences with you. And
really?
Yeah, I can say a couple of, yeah, I can say that, let's just say this, model industry is kind of, it's almost general, because the model industry is not just about the models. It's also about, you know, the photographers, the connections, the know of knows. It's kind of like if at least a good 5-6 people don't know you, like when you start doing events and start putting yourself out there, you're gonna start to see the same people after 1 or 2 events and almost every event. Because as you start networking yourself, as you start, you know, doing different shows, especially if you're doing shows in the city, DC, Pennsylvania, they do a lot of shows up there, Jersey, you know, if you're in the tri-state area. And then of course, if you're, you know, talking about, you know, down south, they have a lot of things in the Charlotte area, you know, LA, of course. But as you start doing more and more events, you're going to start realizing that half of the people you modeled when you first did your catwalks and your casting calls and things like that, you're going to start seeing again. And mainly it's because the model industry, as many models as there is out there, is really kind of sort of, it's almost like, of course, the entertainment industry, but like to narrow it down, the model industry, it's not small, but it's very repetitive. Like it's very secluded. Not that you can't enter in, but when you start seeing a lot of people,
you think it's bigger. It's like you think it's bigger than what it really is. It's big,
right?
But you think it's bigger than what it really is. Like honestly, a lot of people know a lot of people, and it's all of the same people. Is really what I think you're trying to say.
Right.
Which really, honestly, it honestly shocked me, because I was just like, oh, like I thought it was like a lot more people. Like I don't know, like you just think there's a lot more people involved, and not saying that there aren't a lot of people involved, because there is. But when you are in your area and you're like moving around, you see a lot of the same people. Like you really do. A lot of the same models. It's like your own little, like, it's like a community in a way, you know what I mean? Like it's like the industry has its own community, and I think any industry does, you know what I mean? So yeah.
But I think what makes the model industry so at least unique, as far as like if you were to compare it to like acting or music and things like that, like with the models, we kind of create a family. Well, of course, depending on the event, the show, who's there, things like that.
Definitely do.
Yeah, but like it's just so cool, like how you can meet different people across the world without even knowing them from the lick of paint, and just by that one event or that one shoot or that one thing, it's like we create a whole new world with the people. Like the amount of people I interacted with on Instagram without meeting them was just weird enough, but to be able to connect with them in person and really be able to network myself as not only a model but an entrepreneur and all this other stuff, and then being able to connect with other models who have other talents, some of which are photographers, some of which are, you know, directors, some do other things like fashion designing and all kinds of other stuff. And I think it's just so cool how we can really connect with the world, and then connect the world at the same time, just, you know, being ourselves and just being able to just be the models that we are. And I think just being able to start out, just remembering how I started out, and just remembering, you know, how far I came, and just the influence that came behind it, like going from me observing and asking questions to now being asked the questions, is just so, it's like a weird feeling, because it's like I'm still learning myself. Like I don't even know, like I'm just kind of just going with the flow, doing what everybody else is doing, but just having fun with it. And then it's like, Vanessa, how you doing? I'm like, I'm just doing it. I'm God. What I tell models is this. It's like the number one thing I can't teach models to have, but I can definitely motivate is confidence. It's like without confidence, yeah. Without confidence, it's like you could be the best walker ever without even having training. You can have the pose. You can have, I mean, honest to God, I don't know. But you can
have the talent. You can have the talent. And if you don't have the confidence, it will bring you, you won't go far. You just won't go far.
This experience. So I'm just going to get straight to the chase. Let's start with the best. What was your best experience as far as modeling goes?
Oh, my best experience. Damn, you know what? It's so weird because I feel like every experience for me has been like a great experience. And like now I may look back and it may have been like, oh, it's just like a hometown fashion show. Like, why are you so like excited about it? But each moment, like I was mad excited. Like, oh my God, I'm in the show. Like it didn't matter what it was for me. And so like, I don't know. I feel like maybe my best one will probably be in Philly. Yeah. Yeah. Like when I was able to be a part of the Philly Fashion Week, but I was being able to be a part of the first night, the opening night, and I was just standing as a standstill model, like. That right there, I don't know, that moment, that everything. Like, and I did it twice. So the first year, like, it was everything for me. And I didn't really know what to expect. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. And so when I got to do it, I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, I like this. And then this year, in February, when I did it, it was just like, I felt at home. Like, I felt so much peace. I don't know. It was just this feeling. And yeah, I think that would probably be my best thing, like standing on the block. And it's so funny because like I'll be nervous, my leg be shaking. You can't see it though, but it be shaking. But I'm just doing my thing, like I'm just posing, I'm selling the garment, and like I don't know, that right there, that moment right there was probably my best moment. Yeah. Just seeing everybody react and just seeing all the cameras and like just seeing people be like, damn, like, yo, she's killing it. Like, wow, like, she's really selling this outfit. Like, wow. Like, you know, seeing that reaction, like, it was just, like, amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. So that'll probably be my best.
Aww. Well, I say for mine, wow. God dang. Well, you have to think about it. It's like, because I feel like every experience I had, like, from my Newburgh family and then my Middletown family and then my city family, Connecticut, etc. It's like a whole blur. But I must say, when I did that one, shout out to the Vogue. Well, they changed the name, but at the time it was the Vogue Junior and Rose and all of them. When I did the show back in September, for
the one I went to.
Yes, that one. And I was be backstage with one of my favorite America's Next Top Model winners, Naomi and Naima, and just that whole experience for me was just because it was funny because that wasn't the first time I modeled with that particular group, with the Vogue team, because the first one I did was it was in the city, but it was more in the winter, and it was like one of those things that I just started out, so I had like one or two walks. I was kind of just like filling out the vibes kind of thing. But as I was doing this show, I already made connections with everyone. So then there's like new people, we introduced the old people, and just, you know, being able to be given that trust from Junior and Rose, and again, shout out to them, to trust me to put in my talent. I know. Hey, everyone.
I want to acknowledge them so they don't leave. Stay. We're talking good talk here.
No, it's going to get really juicy. But yeah, like them trusting me to not just be a model, but also incorporate, you know, my other skills as far as like, you know, not really necessarily directing, but just bringing people together, kind of just, you know, my OCD, just, you know, making sure that everyone's on the same page at least.
So, or, you know, coordinating.
It was, oh my God, it was so much. But see, my dad, it helped because the DJ was my dad, so then it helped even more when he was DJ. So I felt like I was at home, and because I felt comfortable, I was able to make everybody else feel comfortable, and it just worked. And just the whole energy backstage was perfect. Like there was not that I'm aware of. There was not one person, not one strand. You know, we have that one strand, a bunch that kind of just ruins it for everyone else, or just gotta go. That I didn't feel not 1 ounce of negative energy. I mean, you're gonna have your tits for tats, certain models that low key have envy feelings, and I had those experiences too. But just that whole night for me was just perfect, and I hope I can top it. But so far, that
you're definitely gonna top that night. But honestly, as an audience member, you could tell that energy was like that backstage because everybody came out just so like peaceful and just graceful and just they was slaying. Right. It was a really good show, and I was actually excited. It was just a good show. I was just like, yes, and I see all my models in there. I was like, yes.
No way. And then I was like, and then they put me in all these. I didn't even realize I was in all those boxes. I was like, I can't be greedy or whatever. But then it kind of like evened out from the last time I did it, and I only had like 1 or 2 walks, so I wasn't complaining because for me it was just more so like the experience. Right. But go from that and then to just kind of blossom into like this different type of walk, because when I do modeling, I like to freestyle. I like to kind of urbanesque. I don't know the right word for it, but just the freestyle and whatever. So that,
make it your own.
Right. But like to be more onto the couture and actually learn strict couture and just how they walk precisely and how they put like their own spin to it. I was kind of just like learning in a way, and it was so much fun, and it's crazy because I'm still learning as I'm going, but now I just have like a more.
You always learn. I'm still learning, and I'm coaching.
Right.
You're always gonna learn. I did want to point out though something that you said, like, you know how you went from first show and you weren't really walking that much, you didn't have that many walks, and then you had. So, like, for me, too, like, especially plus size, like, they say that they'll have plus size at a show, and then, like, sometimes they really don't, and you wearing a pair of shades in your own outfit, okay? And so, you know, a lot of that happened to me, and I was, like, at first, I mean, honestly, I was happy with every moment, and then I got into a moment, I'm like, dang, I'm modeling my own clothes, like, what? I want to be able to do, like, the other girls are doing, you know what I mean? And so, I had to be patient. Like, you got to really be patient. Like, your time is coming. Like, absolutely, there is growth. There is a process that has to happen when you start your modeling career. It's not, I mean, listen, there are people that get it overnight. Right. They do. But there's some and most that you really got to, like, just go through the process and enjoy it, honestly, because I've been doing this for, what, 4 years now? Right. 4 years. And counting. 4 years and counting. Right. And like, I'm just now getting seen in a way. You know what I mean? Like, and I wanted that so bad in the beginning, like so bad, but I had to like really just relax, enjoy the process. And now, like, looking back, like, I'm happy that I was able to just take each moment in, learn something from each moment, and just apply it as I keep growing, you know what I mean, as a model. So I just wanted to point that out. Right. And I know that, you know, you not only just being a model, but also representing as a plus size model. I know, you know, let's just not sugarcoat it. With decades, I don't even know where the decades began. Modeling has been so limited to size. You have to be tall. You have 5'8" plus. You have to be skinny. You have to make sure you don't eat no calories. No, you gotta be limited to salads and you know, other stuff. And just being able to go from that limited, skinny, no waist size to now just having this diversified group of men and women. But to be more specific, women who have curves, who are embracing, you know, their sizes and not just being limited to heights and you know, etc. And you're showing real representation of what the world really is. You know what I mean? It's not just one look. It's not just one size. It's not just one person that looks like that. Like, everybody had different shapes and sizes. Like we were all made differently for a reason. You know what I mean? And so it should be represented as well in these big time TV magazines and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's so funny that you said that too, because like I was watching today I was just catching up. I was like, why not? I decided to go and watch season 1 of America's Next Top Model. Okay.
Oh wow, you went all the way back.
Girl, I went back, and honestly, I'm gonna watch every single season.
Now I'm about to binge watch.
I was watching some of the like going back to it, and I was just like, wow, like they were really harsh on the plus size girls, like, and they were really harsh in general. Like you had to be skinny. Your skin is nasty, is what they were saying. I was like, dang, like, I didn't realize how harsh they were.
Right.
Yeah, girl. I was like, wow, it was really different back then. And it's honestly like and I like give so much props to Tyra, because like it was the other judges that were kind of like, I love her. Oh my goodness.
Me too.
But it was like the other judges that were kind of like saying like, oh, all that type of stuff. And like when she did say something that she noticed like the industry obviously would, like, you know what I mean? It was like she said it in a loving way. And I feel like people need to really be mindful of how they speak.
Right.
Like, there's a way to say things. Like, yeah, you can say somebody's skin is bad and they need to work on their skin without saying your skin is bad. Like, like dang, like way to hurt somebody's heart. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it was just really crazy to like, you know, see that and notice like, yo, they really was not rocking with anybody that was really plus size. Like the whole industry, like the photographers were saying some slick things like, oh, she's beautiful, but you know, she's a little. I'm like, dang, like.
Right, so let's
okay, I'm so happy it changed though. It really changed major, like big time. Like we're all accepted now.
Right. That makes me so happy, because I just feel like every equal opportunity. I know people will argue that, I know there's one thing for designers to have a specific look, and that's okay.
Right.
Designers that are looking for more audience or more customers, you gotta keep in mind that the movie side of people are not the same as people in the real world. Where you might
buying your stuff.
Right. What you might see in your magazines might be the ideal thing you're looking for. But let's just remember, I'm not saying for every case, but for the majority, these pictures get photoshopped. These girls be, and I'm not throwing shade at those who do it, I promise, because we all did it at some point. Girls be photoshopping their butts, photoshopping their boobs, photoshopping their waist, just to fit the image of what society praises. And now, you know, where before it was skinny bodies, now people are embracing curves. And now the new thing is to have the high waist curve, the hourglass.
Well, my thing is like, why does there have to be a certain look that is it? You know what I mean? Like, we're all different. So we're all different. Then, like, what? It's annoying, and I know that it's just the world, or whatever. But and honestly, there's nothing we can do unless we all fight together. Right. And, I mean, again, like it's getting better, but you know, there was something on social media. Listen, I be on it, but I don't be on it like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But somebody said, or was it Lisa Ray? She was saying something about like Kim Kardashian's body is like the new look or whatever. She was saying like it's the new accepted look, like the fake butt and the skinny legs, the little ant-like kind of look. And listen, nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? If you think that's cute, boo, you think that's cute. Right. You know what I mean? But like it is accepted now as a look. Like it's supposed to be the look, and it's like, I don't know. That's not for me.
I think everything she said in that video, there was like, look, kind of question what she meant. She was like, I said what I said. And honestly, what she said, I didn't interpret it, because, you know, some people in the shade room comments, they were kind of like, oh, she was, you know, bashing bodies, whatever. Listen,
everybody always got something to say. Like,
well, yeah,
it's not even that serious. It was her opinion, and honestly, it was a legit fact. Like, it is being praised out here. That body is being praised.
Like,
versus
what was bodies, but don't be ones that kept their bodies the way they were. Like, just because she got butt done, or because she got bigger titties and whatever, and look, I praise whoever I think is whatever. I praise, period. I don't care if you got work done.
I mean, everybody's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful in their way.
But don't shame the little booty because the big butt got it. That's all I'm saying. They got
Right. We
but
all need love out here.
they got curves and they got rolls. So what? Embrace the rolls. At least they're not slobbing on the couch. Like,
Okay.
come on. Like, y'all need to get out of the head. If you're not, it's what, look. And the other thing is, there's a difference between having a preference
Yeah.
and being disrespectful. If you're
Yes.
into the white European girls with the skinny waist and the big butts, that's fine. There's a way of going about the preference you want without being disrespectful to. And I'm look. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. The black woman and yes, color women, but more specifically, dark skins and brown skins get the most
Yeah.
disrespect. And anything in society, not even just the industry, just anything. And I
Yeah.
think it's so unfair. There's like I think
It
brown
is.
skins are
It is.
so
My
beautiful,
goodness. Their skin is just, I
glowing.
just love it.
I'm happy like whenever I see my friends, I'm like, listen, I don't care what anybody else
Right?
says. Hear
Oh
from
my
me,
goodness.
you are bomb. Because if anybody else didn't say it besides you, I did. You're bomb.
That
And
melanin, honey, is just beautiful.
it really is. And I
I
think it's
love it.
so
I be wanting to
sad.
be golden and not pale. Okay,
I'm
like
you. Look, y'all might think I'm capping right now. I swore on God before somebody checked me, I was brown skin. Like up until college, I was like team brown skin because I was like, yo, we repping. And then they're like,
I'm sorry, love. You are light.
yeah, I was no, they checked me big time. I was like,
It's okay though.
I was
I'm a
upset.
high yellow. I'm yellow. People been calling me yellow all week, really. My mom was like,
Right,
wow. The other day, she was like, wow, you really are bright yellow. I was like, oh, wow, thanks, mom.
right. And I was like, yo, listen, I got checked. But anyways, so
Yeah.
just it's just crazy how, how how society changed, but how it's just shaping the culture, shaping, everything on social media. Of course, you're gonna see certain things that hasn't changed much, things favoring more so for the European features, the light skins, but more so like
Yeah, I
the
would say more of high fashion,
yeah,
like that high fashion couture life. That's
right,
more, yeah, like
right.
they're still having a struggle in embracing, and I'm not saying they haven't, because they have. Ashley
Mm,
Graham has been in a high fashion, shows and stuff like that, but it's just
right.
like, y'all only got like what, 5+ hours in there, and what, like
Mm,
2 dark skins, like hello.
right, right.
Right, it's like you just trying to meet your minimum here instead of really putting a diverse group of people in high fashion. Because honestly, I'm sorry, I'm a plus size girl, but I could do a high fashion walk, and I can slay a
Right,
high fashion walk just as good as any of the little skinny girls. Okay,
right. Period.
so, and
Period.
watch, I will be there. I'm gonna be in high fashion. Don't worry.
Girl, you already are. You just gotta.
No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I know. I'm climbing. I'm climbing. I'm climbing.
Right.
I'm taking my time, but I'm
Right.
climbing.
So I already know. They already know. Of course, the best experiences is what makes what makes us in the mall industry fun. But I know with the good comes the bad, and I know with a lot of good experiences, there was a few bad too. And I know you guys
Girl.
stories to tell too.
Girl. Listen, I honestly have too many stories that I wish I didn't have. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no.
For me, like I say this all the time, like I am in this industry, or I am doing this modeling because I love modeling, the act
Right.
of it, taking the photos, walking on the runway, selling the garments. Like that is what I love, and that is the only reason why I'm doing it.
Right.
Period, point blank. I don't care what anybody else says. So,
Right.
um, the things that come with the industry, which is all the judgment and the negativity of just the competition. There's no
Mm,
friendly competition, but there's models that feel like, I don't know, if somebody comes that's different or, new, there are this big threat. And so instead of working with instead of working with me in the
right.
sense, they just hate and nasty and try to manipulate and it's annoying, and it's like I see it, but I always ignore it.
Right. It's typical.
Always,
Typical.
always, always. And you know why? Because I don't need to address none of that. Like I'm not going to I'm not going to feed into no negativity at all. I don't have time for it. My goal is to do what I love, and I make it a career. Like, I want to do this for a lifetime. Like, I want to be paid to do what I love, and that's just really what it is. Right. So it's like, bad story.
Oh man, I feel like I know.
You know why? I don't even like talking. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't like talking about stories or saying it, because it's just like, it brings it up, and then those people like watch this, or, oh, did you hear Jasmine was talking about?
Oh yeah. You can minimize it, or even.
At the end of the day, the story is just what the story is, and it's part of my story. So I am open now to sharing. Before I wasn't, but now I am. So.
Oh yay!
So yeah. Okay. So damn, which story? There's so many.
So many of them. Like, it's crazy.
So many.
No, like, being a model is not just walking. It's so much to it. It's crazy.
Y'all, it's really bad. Okay, well, I guess I would say my first experience where I was just like, whoa, like, where did that come from? That's so left. So I was I'm a little hesitant in talking about this. I'm not gonna lie, and just because like I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm so over it, and I've been over it. But whatever. I was a part of this. Not really a part of it, but okay. I was a part of this group in a way, of plus size women in this area, and we did a fashion show together. That's how we ended up meeting, linking up, and everything, and it was cool. Like, really fun time, and great moments and stuff, and it was actually like my first fashion show. It was really, really fun for me, and then like they wanted to do a photo shoot. Like, we really were trying to make this like a big thing, and like an actual like big group. And so I see that they were trying to do a photo shoot. I'm part of an agency, and I just felt like, okay, instead of like everybody trying to pay for a photographer, like, come to my agency. Like, we could do an even exchange, in the sense of like, I need group shots. You know what I mean? So let's do a group shot, and you guys get free pictures.
Right.
Period. Like, you know what I mean saying? Like, it's a good time. So we did the photo shoot. It was interesting, to say the least, but it was good. It went well that day. And then, there was a lot of miscommunication with my agent and the photographer, and then like editing and not editing, and you know what I mean? Like, what is just going to be. And honestly, like, I'll say that's my fault, but like, I was in school, like, I had so much going on, like, I was trying to keep up with everything, but whatever, to say the least. They were getting a little itchy and annoyed about how long the pictures were taking to be received. And I was like, well, I have nothing to do with that. One, like, if the photographer says they're going to edit it, then they're going to edit it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's also, like, there's an agency. So there's been other, gigs and photo shoots and stuff that's happening that will be obviously a priority before a free photo shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, whatever, it took too long in these people's eyes, and they just made a big deal about it, and started calling me names and making it seem like I was trying to hold pictures because I didn't like the pictures. And I was like, that is so off, like off, like really off. I don't have time to be holding the pictures. And honestly, I couldn't even use the pictures. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I couldn't even use the pictures because a lot of the models were new models, and I'm not shitting on them, not saying nothing bad about them, but they were new, and so they didn't really know how to do the whole photo shoot thing. And again, like, I was still new, and I was still trying to figure it out.
Right.
So it was like, the photos weren't 100% great. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there were some good shots in there, but there was a lot of not, like, good shots. Some people, like, everybody was not unison. You get what I'm saying? For the photo shoot. So it just didn't work out. And so I didn't care. I didn't care at all. Like, take the pictures, boo. Like, it ain't that serious to me.
Right.
At all. So whatever the case may be, it just got messy for no reason. It got really messy. One or a few of them were just like really negative and nasty, calling me Barney, and I'm like, girl, we all plus size. Like, what are we doing here? And you're grown. Like, I don't understand. Like, I was just so like, huh? Like, I was just in shock, and I was just like, anyway, I don't have time for it. And it just taught me like a valuable lesson. Like, not everybody is like people that you can work with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. Like, I don't need to be working with any and everybody, and not every opportunity is for me as well.
Right.
And so that was a very teaching moment right there. Like, you know what I mean? First off, not everybody is for you. Second off, you will not be able to work with everybody. And, you know, some people just perceive me very wrong. And I'd be like, so like, how? Because I'm so nice. I don't do anything.
Right.
All I do is love people, and I just be caring so damn much. And this is like, I constantly be getting slapped in the face, and I just don't know why. But you know what? God is good at the end of the day. And for me, I just take all of those slaps as lessons, and I just keep it pushing. Like, I'm not going to be bothered by none of that. So it was definitely an interesting experience, but it definitely taught me, like, yo, just be careful with who you work with. Like, if they are bringing that negative energy, then they just a negative person, period. Like, and I'm not dealing with it. I can't. I had to, like, learn boundaries. You know what I mean? Like, for years, I kind of just thought everybody thought like me for some reason. Like, I thought everybody was loving and caring like me for some reason. And so when people started, like, or when I started to see that people aren't like that, I was just like, wait, what is going on here? It was a real awakening for me. And so, yeah, that was just a very interesting time. And I haven't worked with those people since. And I don't plan to, honestly. I have no desire. You know what I mean? Like, no, there's no issues. I have no problems. No, you know what I mean? Kudos to you. I wish every single last one of those ladies nothing but the best. Like, seriously, nothing but the best. I'm praying for every last one of them in their lives. I just pray nothing but the best for them. But I just have no desire to do that. Like, that's my boundary. Like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, sis. Thanks, though.
You see how far you came from knowing that bad experience that you went through. Now, just standing where you are now, and just looking back to, like, how far you've came, and you know, with those experiences, you're learning to become more of you. It's just, oh man, I know.
Yeah, no, it's a growth. It's a process, and honestly, like, I can now say, even just saying that, like speaking about this story on live right now, and I know they're gonna see it, whatever.
Right.
I don't care. Like, but before I used to, because I'm just like, I don't want the drama. Like, they're gonna think that trying to disturb me. I don't care. It's not that. It's just me speaking on what happened. You know what I mean? Like, everybody else was allowed to do that on Facebook, slandering all this other stuff. And guess what?
Talks.
Girl, I ain't see it because I don't care. Like, I'm focused, boo.
As you should. That's always
okay. Like, I'm here with it.
Right. If you have been one good time and move forward, you have every right to. No one should tell you to be quiet when other people are talking. But let me tell you, just before all that, when we went to that pop-up shoot in the city, it was right after the charity event. So it had to be sometime in the summer, like June or somewhere there. And
yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. And I remember before we even went over there, when we were, like, you know, going to the train, I already knew, like, this pop-up shoot was as advertised, not just on Facebook, but like 500 plus people were sharing it on Instagram and everything. So I don't know why I thought in my head this was going to be more kind of audition, even though I knew it was a pop-up shoot. I'm thinking I'm going to get, like, maybe 1-2 photos. Maybe I'll just observe kind of thing. And I know there's going to be a lot of models, probably a lot.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting experience.
Oh, yeah. And I thought it was going to be way more models than photographers. At least I thought it was going to be way more models. Oh, we went over there, man, and I thought we got lost for a little bit, and then we finally got into the area where a lot of the photographers were setting up, and I'm like, okay, maybe, like, this cars, maybe the models are disguised, or maybe we're in the wrong area. And this
I was remembering that whole day, girl. Right.
So when I saw the people putting up the signs, like, oh yeah, that's where the pop-up shoot is, and I'm like, yo, why is there more photographers than models? Where the models at?
Yo, there was tons of photographers.
Yeah. But I was like, well, then if that's the case, Jasmine, do your thing. Come on, let's do this. So then, you know, we just stand chilling on the wall. And next, you know, this one photographer comes like, I like that angle. Let's shoot. Man, as soon as that guy shot the shot of you, everybody's sworn. They're like, oh, shoot, Leah, let's shoot. And I'm like, oh. So this is how paparazzi feel.
Honestly, all we did was start posing. And they was just like, it was just like a swarm of bees. Like,
right. And we were literally just chilling. Like, we both to the back of the wall, and we're just like chilling. The one,
yes.
wait, I like that. We're just like, oh, okay. Everybody else started coming. I'm like, okay. Okay, I think I like this. And now I'm seeing the models coming in the area. I'm like, wait, I need some shots too. It was too late, honeys. Y'all were too late. But anyways, I'm just gonna fast forward the story because I know. But just to set up.
Oh yeah, that was a long day. So yeah, start with him.
So there's this one photographer, right? I'm gonna drop his name. Freaking. His name was. Wait, let me make sure I get it right. His name was Bruce, and.
I didn't know what his name was.
Yeah, I think his name was Bruce, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not wrong. It's not Brian, so it had to be Bruce. Bruce, and he, I guess, was one of the well-known photographers. And some of y'all might have heard of him, may not heard of him. He was a well-known photographer, and still is probably a well-known photographer in New York City, or at least in the New York City-ish area. And just the way he took pictures was so precise. The way he sold himself, I was sold, right?
Yeah, no, he did. He sold himself like if he was just a regular photographer.
Except that he was doing to the point where it was like, oh, he's the real deal. He's not just okay, I'm going to take some nice pictures of you and then post it. He's like, no, I know the ins and outs of the game. You need to pose like this. And if you angle like this, that's a magazine shot. And I'm like, well... I mean, all right, sure, I'm working with it, whatever. Then
I forgot he came with that energy, but he really did.
Right. And then I remember somewhere in the point of the shoot, you went to do your casting for something else.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let me take this and do some shoots or whatever. Now, mind you, in this whole moment, I was fine. There was like no weirdness. Everything was fine. We're conversing, no weird stuff. And then there was like a certain area where we were shooting, and I was able to do like these weird angles, cool stuff. And I was learning stuff, right? So we're going back, and now I'm like, okay, let's go back to the group. I think you were actually still there when that was happening. But now the group is moving to a certain area where you eventually parted ways and did your casting. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to get down to the chase. We're in this one setting where there's like the riverish or the water where they had the lake and then the trees and that whole setting. If y'all know the Central Park area, if y'all know Central Park, y'all know what I'm talking about. But
yeah,
at this one river area, right? And mind you, there was many stops we had, but just to shortcut it because it was just too long. We get to that area, and mind you, at this point, I feel like a movie star because now I brought different outfits. So I had my purple romper, and then I brought this dress, and then I brought this other dress. So I'm over here.
You came prepared, honey.
Right, because I was like, listen, all else.
I have my one outfit on, like, anyways, this.
Right, period. It's like if I don't do nothing with it, freaking, but let me at least try. So that changed.
Yeah, no, it was wise.
You change your that dress that works. So all of a sudden, I'm at photographers once again swarming. But at this point, Jazzmin ain't here no more. So now all of a sudden, photographers are swarming on me again. Different photographers, and there's a couple really nice ones that I ain't like. It's just we still friends to this day. Like we worked out perfectly, but then Bruce was still there. And then, like, it was just so weird because then, like, his demeanor went from, like, chill to, like, being almost overprotective in a way. But it just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But that overprotective, no, this is my model type of thing. And I'm like.
Oh, okay. Right.
Right.
Like he was trying to claim you.
Right. So this is where it got weird. So now we're doing the shoot, whatever. And before we get to the next landmark, Teresa, who that's my mama. She's the one who I'm gonna remember the name. She's not gonna kill me. I'm gonna remember. It is clicking with me, and it's a human sex trafficking movement. I just hate that. I just like that because when you have so much things going on in your head, you that forgot. But I know what it is as soon as Extreme Measure Media. Boom.
Heard.
Boom. And follow that. Extreme Measure Media. Period. Period. Extreme Measure. That's the movement, right? And for fighting against human sex trafficking, pedophile, and I have a whole separate episode on pedophilia because I went through a situation, not me personally, but not to put my brother's business out there, but there's just a situation where I had an ex-best friend who did something very disgusting, which I would not put on this live. But long story short, anyways, going back to this, So now we're just about to pack up. The other photographers kind of found their models to shoot, but still kind of finishing up their shots, whatever. And Teresa found me. Now, funny enough, when I initially told her I was at Central Park, she was nowhere part of the shoot. But she does pictures, but she was no part of the pop-up shoot.
Yeah, Central Park is like a major area. Hey, Alexis.
Hey, guys. Oh, I see. Look, I'm over here talking. I see Never Change Facts. Positivity Facts, Barley. I see everybody joining. I'm madly. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, so I listen. I'm having a slow. You'll be alright, Alexis. You'll be alright. I see you, girl. I see you, boo. Love you all.
I love Alexis. So amazing.
Yeah, but yeah. So then now Teresa, she meets me and she's like, "What are you doing?" Now I told her, I'm like, "Listen, I did the shoot, right?" And I told her I was doing the shoot, and
right.
I was like, the way she was saying it was almost like she was trying to grill me, and I'm like, I'm doing the shoot. Like initially, I'm like, okay, look,
yeah.
Although I have respect for her because she was like there for me, at the same time I was kind of like, I'm doing a shoot, so it's kind of like I'm kind of doing my own thing kind of thing. But no way. Okay, so hold on, I just noticed Alexis comment. I
know.
Listen. Oh my God. I just realized it was her. What's up, Alexis? Oh my goodness. I'm like, look, listen.
Oh my God.
She had a comment that said, look, because y'all, we killed that set, period. That production was lit because of us, period. Oh my God.
When is that? When was that?
This was a long time, like college days, so I was 18.
Wow, so you knew Alexis this whole time?
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
I ain't know her Instagram or nothing, and it's been so long.
Oh my gosh, that's so dope.
Yeah. So she just commented that, and I just realized what she said, and I was like, wait, hold up.
Yeah, I met Alexis at a show.
Like, oh my gosh, that's lit. What's up, girl? But yeah, so long story, Teresa. Now she's over here looking, and she's like, "Okay, I see Slim joining in too. What's up? What's up?" So now Bruce is looking. Teresa's looking at Bruce, and he's like, "You look familiar," but like the way she said it was almost like she was concerned. She was like, "You look familiar," and meanwhile, like me and this other model was like, "Oh shoot!" And then Teresa's face was like her face, like her realization,
like she immediately remembered.
She was like, Vanessa, we gotta go. And I was like now I just went from like, okay, what the hell is going on here to, oh shit, I should follow Teresa because obviously it's something I don't know. She definitely knows, and I can be slow sometimes. So I'm just gonna trust the one who seems concerned. So I was like, all right. So then I'm like, go with Teresa. Now all of a sudden Bruce went from overprotected to combative, and now he's like, wait, so where you going? And I'm like,
oh, I don't remember this part.
You weren't here. That's why you went to the.
No, but I remember you telling me, but I don't remember this part you telling me.
Because it was a lot to it. So then now he was like, "Where are you going?" Now, mind you, I gotta come up with a quick lie, but like a lie that would make sense.
Nothing. Bye.
Right. But like. The way, I don't know. I was kind of just like in the moment, kind of like I'm still trying to figure out what's happening or why Teresa said let's go, why he's doing this all of a sudden. So I'm she's mad at me, right? She's mad at me because I forgot we had this meeting and she just had a realization like I don't even know if the line made sense, but anyways, I just had to say anything just for him to get back off. Now all of a sudden, as I'm like walking, to get my luggage, whatever. Now he's like, so no magazine? Like you don't want a magazine? Now mind you, this whole time between when me and Jasmine were there and then when Jasmine left, we never discussed about magazine except for the shots he did for other models. And that I already had a front cover with a whole nother magazine. Shout out to Unbreakable magazine. Y'all the peoples. My boy Rafiq.
Yes, that cover was fire.
Right. And my boy Rafiq to this shoe. Valentino who introduced me to Rafiq. Shout out to y'all. But I already had a front cover and it was a reputable magazine. So me, I'm not the type to be looking for Cloud magazine, whatever. If the opportunity comes and it feels right, fine. But I'm not going to be doing a shoot to be doing some nasty stuff in exchange, or any sort of that in exchange. So now I'm starting to realize his intent from the very beginning. Now that his tone is like, no magazine, no shoe. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the shoe, no magazine, no shoe. That's it. And I'm like, no. Like, I didn't even bother explaining. No, no. He was like, okay, no magazine. And he just like dipped or whatever. And I'm like, Teresa, what the was that all about? Now all of a sudden, before I can even, oh dang, I didn't realize there was a timer on this life. Before I can even, we're gonna have to put a part 2 to this because this is only beginning. Before I can even realize, oh no, okay, before he got combative, I'm lying. When Teresa put me aside, and I'm like, what's going on? Teresa put me aside, and she was like, he's a sex offender. And I was like, what? And she was like, he's a whole.
I was like, what?
Right. She showed me the way after when we walked away. She showed me the whole website and everything. But he's a whole registered sex offender. And then after she told me that was when Bruce was being, combative, and he was like, "Where are you going?" And So now I'm like, so now y'all heard the goods, the bads, the uglies, but the funs. We're gonna switch this up a little bit because I know y'all tired of me chatting the same stuff. I hope y'all enjoying it. But
yes,
on to the topic. We're gonna do something fun. You probably might have assumed that this was gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen. We're gonna do a fun little trivia game. This particular game is gonna be called Guess Who. And you gotta guess the person based off the 5 hints that I have here. And I was gonna play Jeopardy music, but this laptop died on me, so I'm gonna have to just.
Girl, I'm bad with names.
No, you might get this one. You might.
Okay.
I'll try and make it simple. So in these 3 bags, there's 2 of these bags got something, and one of them got nothing. So
okay.
Some people saw my live last week, at least on Facebook, that there was a $25 Visa gift card, a $10 food card, and then there was a $1 notebook. And Franny won the $25 Visa, and then David won the $10 food card, and then Sean won the $1 notebook, which I'm still waiting for his response so I can send it to him. So this, for the guesses, I'm going to do something more simple. I did remove the $25 Visa gift card as the option, but now I got the $10 food gift card, which I think includes Buffalo Wild Wings, Chipotle, and etc. And then one of these bags got the $1 notebook, and one of these got nothing. So you got 2 out of 3 chances to guess a bag that could have something that I'm going to send to you directly.
Okay.
So these are 5 hints I have. So the first hint, I said this person is an OG to the model game. 2, was in films such as Johnson Family Vacation and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. 3, made history in African American culture with her now you know it's a her, with his or her talent, or could be a hit. Girl, freak it. Well, there you go. It's a her. This person had both parents who were music teachers. And 5, this person also sings and has pretty eyes. I'm going to read this again. This person, I'll just give you one more hint, is a female. She is an old, and she was and is an OG to the model game. She was in films such as Johnson Family Vacation and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Kanachi.
Kanachi? Ex Kanachi.
I mean, I have a feeling. Is it Vanessa? It is.
Yeah. Yo. I was gonna say the same name as me, but that would have been too easy, and I slipped up.
I actually like that.
Right.
My name's Vanessa, and my last name is Williams.
Oh shoot! You know what's crazy? My parents named me after Vanessa Williams. So, this is crazy. Wow. Us together equals her. So period. So this worked out. So now that you did that right, now you get a chance. And if you need to think about it, that's okay.
I don't know, but I would just pick my favorite number 3.
3. The notebook.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with the notebook. I get the right. You know how
period.
I am.
Period.
Okay.
So I'm excited. Right. So
Jazzmin. I have a question for you.
Who?
You.
What do you mean? What I do? Oh God.
Somebody asked me this on the live last week. Okay. It was a very interesting question. So I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
How did they put it? how do you maintain being relevant as a model during this quarantine life?
Well, the first
Isn't
thing,
that a hard question?
it's hard because for one, as a model, and it's so broad because you think about modeling, like fashion modeling, then you're thinking commercial modeling, and you gotta
Mm-hmm.
it's tricky because it's kind of like it's not black and white. Um, I feel like when to be more noticeable, you gotta kind of learn the social media game as you learn the connecting game outside of your house as you're going to like different casting calls. The way you network on social media is a little bit more trickier, but a lot more easier at the same time because you could kind of just talk to or add anyone as a model, if you want to branch out the way you branch yourself out as a professional model, I started out doing skit videos, but that's just because I have like different umbrellas. I like to embrace myself more on the comedic side of things. So for me, modeling was like kind of like for me promoting modeling was easier because I was able to use my acting, my skits, and also my music to kind of branch out my talents as a model. But if you are specifically talk about model or in quarantining, the main thing if you want to do the live way and kind of do it's tricky because we're in the quarantine time. So people
I
are
know. Isn't it hard? So I basically said just getting on live and just joining
right,
different lives and just being active on social media, really. And then just
right.
doing home photo shoots if you can, or getting your digitals done if you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's kind of hard because, like, for me, I was like, I don't want to do digitals right now. Like, hello, I need a haircut. I need
Right.
my fluff.
They
Okay.
was like, what the heck? I can't do a shit looking like that.
Girl, I miss my nails. I
I
hate these
know.
stubs. They're annoying. I
Right.
think that's one thing that people don't know about me is like I'm practicing a lot. Like I practice in the mirror a lot. I practice when I
Yeah.
walk a lot. So
Right.
what you see on the runway, what you see in the photo shoots is me. Like I was practicing. Like you definitely
Mm-mm.
have to practice. Like it's always you always got to perfect your craft. Always. There's always room for improvement somewhere somehow. And so I've always looked for it. You know what I mean? And I think it just shows.
I'm not just saying like,
Right.
oh, one question.
What happened?
Y'all, there's a whole
What?
thing bug behind me.
Where?
I'm gonna answer that question 1 second.
Oh Lord. Well, I'll
Oh,
answer
no,
it.
that's not the one. That's not the one, y'all. Y'all gotta get special.
Girl. Well,
I
one way
know.
that I see, I know you. All right. See, that's like I said, like I just had to really change all my thoughts about all the negative things that I had, or the negative thoughts that I had about myself.
Right.
And it's a process. It's a process, y'all. It is a process. You will not have confidence overnight. It's just not gonna happen. Like it's just not gonna happen. It's a process. You have to kind of go through it and allowing yourself to cry, let it out, be angry, punch a pillow, whatever the case may be. But allowing yourself to do all that and going through the motions and getting all of that out, you become better. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? You're human. You have emotions. You definitely have to like release them, but make sure that you're releasing them in a healthy way.
Mm,
And so and I'm saying that because like I'm not saying go lash out on people because they hurt you, whatever the case may be. That's not what I do. Like if I got hurt, I deal with it. You know what I mean? And like granted, like I would like to have conversations with these people, but if it doesn't work out that way for me to have a conversation with the person to work it out or whatever the case may be, and I just end up hurt, I got to deal with that hurt still. You know what I'm saying? So in order for me to deal with that hurt, I'm going to sit and cry. I'm going to pray. I'm going to
right.
listen to music. But you got to let it out. I'm
Right.
going to punch a pillow. I'm going to punch something. I'm going to go work out and let that anger out. You got to find ways to release those emotions because you bottling them in, it doesn't help and you will never get anywhere. You will never
Right.
get anywhere. You'll be stuck in that emotion, depressed, whatever the case may be. And it's just like, why?
Right.
Like that was another thing that I had to like sit and like, I'm like, why am I mad right now?
Right.
And why Like, why do I have to be mad right now? Like, why am I even thinking about these things? Like, I don't even need to think about these things. Like, I'm
Mm,
happy, I'm breathing, I have a roof over my head, I can eat. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these
right,
different, I'm blessed. Why am I thinking about how my arms are so big? Like, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I
right,
had to really, again, change my perspective. Like, that's just really what it was. Change my perspective, tap in, and do those different techniques and, like, pour love into myself. I had to love
right.
myself.
As you
That's
should.
just really what it is. It's a process, though, guys. It's a process, and
Yeah.
I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. You got
Because
to maintain it.
there's two ways you can go about insecurities. You can either embrace them and work on them, or you can ignore them and lash out on them. You know, you got
Yep.
everybody got insecurities, but you can tell somebody has not tried to work on them when they start to bring it on other people. When you start to see them,
Yeah.
they start
They
to
project.
they start to talk about bad about you to make you feel bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she looks like an alien head, or oh, she looks weird, blah 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 blah, and all those
Yeah.
insecurities. What my head is what you want, or what I guess my chest is what you inspire to have. Instead
Mm-hmm.
of bringing that confidence out and saying, "Oh my God, Vanessa, you look beautiful. Your head looks gorgeous. I wish I had that head, but you look gorgeous." You know, there's
Mm-hmm.
always a way to channel in you, and nobody, and then to remember, nobody is perfect, and if you see somebody close to perfect, 9 times out of 10 they had work done, which means they're not perfect. So no one is perfect. You have to know somewhere, whether it's in your personality, your body, whatever, there's a flaw or two that's going to make you stand out, but that's what makes you unique. And if you could just remember that just being yourself is really, at the end of the day, all that matters, then you can have any security in the world. It won't stop.
Everybody else out here doing it. Like,
Right.
everybody else is doing them, being who they are, right? So why not you do the same?
Because they
You know
say
what I mean?
no matter where I am, I'm ratchet. I'm literally this when I'm at work, when I'm in whatever model family I'm at, I'm literally this person. Whether y'all like it or not, I don't give a crap.
But
What
see,
y'all
that's the thing. There's going to be people that are for you and love you, and there's going to be people that just don't rock with it and think that
and,
you're annoying. You know what I mean? And so let them be those people, because
right,
they're going to have people that they like. Everybody got their path. Everybody got their audience. Everybody
right,
got their lane. Like, be you. You were made to be you. So
right.
just do it. Like,
Like,
it's
as
just
long as you're authentic with
it's
it,
easier said than
I
done.
it
But
don't matter. I'd rather you be a mean,
yeah,
cold person who just never switched up than someone who's acting phony and nice just for attention and for acceptance. I should say just be yourself and don't worry about the likes and the views, and don't worry about what somebody says about you. As long as if you agree with it, do something about it. But if you love yourself, freak what everybody else think. But like, I'm not saying ignore their advice or if they're saying something that's valuable to you. But I'm saying if they're just saying you're hideous and like just unnecessary comments,
the
tune
hate.
bad
It's just
and
hate. Ignore the hate.
and that hate don't mean nothing. Oh, I want you dead. Okay, I'm still here.
Honestly, it's fuel, honey. Fuel me. Like,
Right.
it's fuel. The hate is fuel. So the more you hate, the more I'ma just keep coming.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gonna keep being mad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
So,
frightened. Period. And that's
turn.
bad. Well, Jasmine, I had so much fun talking on live
Yes.
with you. You made these two. I didn't even realize 2 hours passed on live with you, but it was so much fun.
I know.
It's one thing when we talking like our one-on-ones, but just to be able to do on live for people to just share the experience,
Yeah.
it's just so cool. And in a way, I'm happy this quarantine thing did happen for these reasons, because we get to just vibe, but also be able to talk about some things that we might not have time to do if this
Yeah.
happened. So I'm happy this happened, honestly.
Yeah, listen, everything happens for a reason. So yeah, it's annoying. Like, granted, I'm not like feeling it, but at the same time, I do
Yeah.
believe it's happening for a reason, and I do believe that either way, like, I'm still growing in this process. So I'm happy about that. Like, I'm planning things. I got things in the works, regardless. Like, as soon
Mm.
as this quarantine is over, you about to see a whole different
Wow.
Jasmine.
Period.
No,
My birthday,
okay. I'm not playing no
Leo
more.
gang. Where my Leos at? Period.
I'm not playing no
It
more.
better not keep going on Leo season. I'm gonna be tight. Y'all can celebrate your on my birthday too. I don't care. But y'all better not
I
have.
know it's just so weird. You know what? I feel like it's just so weird for everybody because it's just something that's so different for everybody. Like nobody's ever gone through this, and so it's just like really just everybody's just trying to figure it out. But again, like I said, in this moment, tap in. Like I think it's a great moment for everybody to just kind of tap in and just start to like love themselves or realize things that they may want to work on or improve. You know what I mean? Like again, we all have room for improvement some way, somehow. Or just things to think about or grow on, or like there's just so many things that you could do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't always have to be outside doing something. Like there's
Right.
so many things you could do. Work out. Like honestly, I've been working out all month and it feels so good. Like I feel, you know what I mean? Like I just feel light. I just feel like, hey, what's up? Where we going? What we doing? Hey. But no, it was definitely a pleasure. I love doing lives. I think it's so fun.
But we gotta do more. This is not the last one.
Yes.
I do like another one and another one. I want to do more topics with you. This was so much fun. Like honestly, and I thank everyone for tuning in. Share. You know, I'm glad y'all joined in.
Thank you all. Yes, I had a blast. I thank everybody for joining and listening. And next time, what we should just do like a question, like whatever, like let just people come and like interact with them and stuff like that.
All right, Jazz. I'll let y'all go.
All right. Yes, I love you, girl.
I love you
Thank
too.
You so much.
But I love you guys too, and I'll be checking y'all.
Yes, love you guys. Love you guys. Much love.
Love y'all.